So I did a bit of fishing while off screen, and I want to talk about the two legendary fish you can catch. The first one is the Barangarian, which can only be found in Muskalaska Raskashashka. You have to fish during dusk and it'll only bite potato cakes, but I didn't manage to catch it because even though I met the requirements, all the other fish in that lake also are attracted to potato cakes. And there's other fish that can be of similar size, and it has a rare spawn on top of that. You can get between 300 and 800 fishing points if you catch it, but the one I did manage to catch was the Barangarian, which can be found in Matataki. You also have to fish during dusk, and it only is attracted to poisonous apples. This one's a lot easier because even though it looks a lot like all the other ones, it is the only fish that will bite a poisonous apple. These only give about 200 fishing points a pop, but it's your best way to farm gems earlier on. It also has a secondary ability, I guess you could say, for catching it, that we'll see later on. And it also unlocks a new weapon for Toan, but it costs a ton of fishing points. And even though it has really good stats, it's a bit too much to go for right now. Starting off with a cutscene. Why did you decide to spec for strength? No, just pulling your leg. Alright, down and down we go. So I did a little bit of grinding off screen. Ooh, nice. That's the one you want. So I got Toan's weapon upgraded to a 7-branch sword. Let's see, what do we need to build it up? Oh, nothing? Okay, let's go and build it up to the next tier. Alright, Alamalia sword needs a whole lot of everything. So let's give it a whole lot of everything. These. One of these, that should be good. Also upgraded Child's weapon to an angel shooter. Let's see, what do we need to upgrade it? Oh, nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade it. So that's Child's best weapon. And we'll worry about the big stuff later. I got Goro a couple levels on his weapon, and I got Ruby her best weapon. So everyone should be set for a minute. And this is an abs down floor, so I need to just find the key and get out of here. Well, find the key in the Atma. Do I already have it unholy? Yes, I do. I think there were 4 spheres coming into here. Yeah, we're definitely getting into JRPG weapon range now. Like, that just needs a couple of teeth and it'll be pretty much a Keyblade. Oh, I also got a couple abilities on some weapons. On Child's weapon, upgrading it gave it the heal ability, I think it's called, which gradually restores HP. You know, Ruby's weapon, she got big bucks from one of Goro's weapons, which gives you more money. Yep. Why do you have to be Goro so long? Not sure if I should drink the tomb water. Oh, you're the enemy I encountered on the back floor. God damn, why don't you just drop that rock already? It sucks no matter how much you increase your defense, you will always get knocked back by attacks that knock you down. Like that. Like, even when it's dealing just 0 damage, it'll still knock you down. Alright, we got the stone key, which looks a lot more like a stone lock. I mean, seriously, it looks like a padlock. Boy, that's a hard enemy. I don't mean difficult, I mean he drains a lot of weapon HP. Let's see. Eat the cheese. Sprinkle the powder. This game really wants you to build jails. We're at what, a 50% rate for towns having jails so far? There we go. Second to last enemy here. Oh, okay, third to last. Going to run down a few. So Ruby has become very strong. I've seen her deal 1,000 damage in an earlier dungeon. A lot of damage in the dungeons. So now she just kind of waves her hand and everything around her dies. This way. It would have been nice if up there near the floor counter and whether or not you have the map or the magic crystal, it would have been nice if it also shown you how many Atma is left on the floor. Alright, switch over to Goro. That's part of the reason Goro just sucks so much. His hitbox on the axe is already small enough, and he swings it overhead. Tone at least swings his sword from side to side, so he at least has a better chance of hitting something. Oh god, that explodes for so long. And like his main attribute is that he knocks enemies back, but considering that he's a melee character and the challenge for hitting a lot of enemies is that they backpedal already a lot, it's not very useful. It'd be more useful if he did something like he could hit through guards. Like if an enemy is guarding, it would still do damage like normal or even reduce damage. That would make him a lot better and make him actually viable. Because the main ways enemies avoid attacks in this game is that they either try to dodge by moving around, teleport by disappearing completely, or by just guarding. So yeah, most melee characters have trouble with hitting enemies that block or dodge, but if they teleport, you could just walk right over to them and just swing all day, and it's no problem. Ranged characters have no problem hitting dodging characters since they just move back, but if they're teleporting or blocking, then their attacks become useless. It would have balanced it out if it just had him be able to hit through guarding enemies. But they didn't, so it isn't, so we're moving on. Forward into Muskaraka Shashka. Alright, what do we got? Alright, we got Three Sisters' house. Like, just dump everything in a row because I have no idea how this is going to get set up first. Alright, you're right there. You're right there. You're there. Okay, that's filled out immediately. Prisoner cabin. Let's see, that finishes out Jibubu's house. Okay, activates as soon as I get near it. Dual flip. No, he didn't do a flip. Mood. Jibubu just wants to live an ordinary life. Nice. Well, back to shouting.